Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Noise and welcome back to Skybees. In the last episode, we were working on this, which isn't completed. This is the teleporter to the mining dimension. We are almost there, collecting all the stuff we need to make this. We're just missing some nitro crystal blocks, and that's where we're kind of at. Because last episode we had some issues with power and started running very, very low on power. And well, all of these crystal stuff that we need to do with Powah is really, really expensive energy-wise. So we went ahead and made a thermo generator, which produces power with just water, and a heat source, which is the block of blazing crystal. And this thing is really powerful. Now today, we're going to go to the mining dimension. The reason I want to go to the mining dimension, I don't remember if I've mentioned this or not. But I'm hoping that the mining dimension is a nice big flat area so that we can do some stuff with Botania there. Specifically the boss fight. We'll kind of play that by ear. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. That way I don't have to make a big platform somewhere to fight the Gaia Guardian, because we're going to need to do that eventually, and probably relatively soon. So yeah, that's the goal of today. And to begin with, what we're going to do is we're going to make some upgrades. The first thing I want to upgrade is this guy, our energy cube. Now there is a really cool, easy way we can do this, and I've gotten a lot of stuff already prepared. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make an ultimate tier installer, and I believe that might be a quest, but we need to break this guy for a second. And if we have him, yeah, we'll complete the quest. So unfortunately, we never made an advanced tier installer, which this is something we could do pretty easily. It's going to be 8 iron. And we have a little bit more iron now. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Right, they're not connected to power. We're going to break these guys for a moment. And then we'll connect this back to power. I took it off power just because I want these guys drained as much as possible, which they are fully drained, so that when we upgrade them in a minute, it'll be nice and easy and good. And we won't lose a million RF. So we need some osmium. We need 2 osmiums for this. And infuse those. We'll get 2 more basic control circuits, and we'll just go ahead and make the advanced tier installer as well. We'll need another piece of wood, and yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. So tier installer. Oh, we need 2 osmium as well. Okay, that is fine. Take a bunch of those, and we need these guys upgraded to advanced, which I realize, yeah, we're going to do that with these as well, and then turn these into the next tier, which is the elite, and then the next tier, which is the ultimate. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and make the advanced tier installer. That should be a quest. It didn't activate this one, so I guess let's go ahead and make an elite tier. That is going to be 8 more iron and 2 more osmium. And here, let's go ahead and get some redstone. Enriching. And in fact, we're going to go ahead and use, let's actually, before we do, we have the basic enriching factory. Let's go ahead and put the advanced tier installer on there, and it will give us even more enriching. And then I'll pick that up once it's done, and it will give us the quest. So we have those. I realize we're going to need 4 more iron, because of reasons. because of making stuff. Okay, so there is the quest for the Advanced Enriching Factory. Alright, we should have all those. So we should be able to upgrade these guys to the next tier. And then once we have 4 of the reinforced alloys, we can upgrade those. And we'll need another piece of wood. So let's get the elite tier. Oh, it's gold this time. So we'll need gold. And what's the max tier? Diamonds. Okay. Didn't realize that we needed that stuff. I kind of didn't look. But not a big deal. Alright, so we should have everything for the elite tier installer and then the ultimate tier installer. And I guess let's just go ahead and upgrade this guy again. Didn't mean to do it that way. Can I do this? No, of course not. So we'll place him down, upgrade him, pick him back up, place him back down. Now he has what? Seven different slots for enriching all at once. It's very powerful. There is still the ultimate, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to make the ultimate energy cube. We'll just, whoops, shift click that. And this can now store 102 million FE, RF, whatever you want to call it. Let's go ahead and pick it up and put it back. Cool. So that was just some questing. No rewards, unfortunately, but that's okay. So with all that done, the next thing we're going to do is grab these 2 reinforced alloys, and we're going to take all these energy cables, universal cables, and hopefully I have 16 or less. I kind of forgot to look, but we have 20. That's unfortunate. So we're going to need to make a little bit more. Let's do 8 times this. And that's going to run out of power almost immediately. So let's just run this along like so. And what I'll do is just get some more cables. Do we not know how to make the advanced cables? Alright, let's teach the system how to make advanced cables. And we're going to upgrade our universal cables to the ultimate tier so that we can make things really nice. So we're probably going to need 3 sets. We're going to go ahead and do 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in here. And this will just take a little bit. And while we're kind of waiting on that, we can go ahead and upgrade our power. Because, okay, so to make the blazing crystals, it's not too bad. It's 90,000 FE per crystal. We're going to need, by my calculations a while ago, 38 more. It's been a little bit since I've recorded this. I did some prep work after last episode, and they didn't play this for a week. So we're going to need 39 more. 45 in total, which sounds about right. We needed 9 niotic crystals, which are diamonds, with 300,000 FE, and the spirited crystals, which are emeralds, with 1,000,000 FE. Now, the nitro crystals, we're going to need quite a few of these, and they take 20 million FE. So that is a lot. And so in order to kind of help with that, we're going to upgrade this guy as well. So the hardened generator, to make him the next generator, we need blazing capacitors. So we're going to take those. And that should be pretty much everything. What is the other thing we need? The thermoplates and dielectric. So we have a dielectric casing, and thermoplates we have a few. Okay, So we should be able to just break this guy and go ahead and upgrade him to the blazing tier. And that will help a lot. Now, can we also go ahead and upgrade it to the niotic tier? We're going to need the niotic capacitors. So that is 8 niotic crystals and the capacitor stuff. And then we're also going to need another dielectric casing. And I think, there we go, niotic. Now, there aren't any quests for these, unfortunately, because I think we're done with power. But I think the idea behind that is just you kind of do whatever you want with power. If you don't want to use power, you don't have to. But now we are producing 2,500 FE per tick. That is a lot of power, and that is a lot better. So assuming we have all of these, we can go ahead, assuming we have these as well, we can go ahead and make the advanced universal cables. We're going to make 24 of these. And it doesn't know how to make the basics. So we should probably teach the system how to do that. And it's easy enough. So just throw those in there. So the advanced cables, I think we can just tell it to make 20. It'll make 24. Perfect. And then we can turn these, which I want to see if this is a quest. It probably is. It is, into elites. And then I didn't need all of these alloys, but it's fine. Then we'll get the ultimates. And now this is a question. Nope, can't replace them. They do connect, but can't replace them. So we're just going to get rid of all of these. And hopefully we have enough. You know what? Let's not put it there. Let's be a little risky. We can make more, but what we're going to do is we're going to just do this and bring this over like so. And that seemed to have used a lot less. Cool. Because we have, what, 23? There's probably some more lying around somewhere, but I don't see any, so okay. We are good with that. So now we have a lot more power going through these lines. These can transfer 68 million FE. And I think what we should also do is go ahead and make some more elites. Make one more recipe of elite. And we'll just replace this line and we might need to do even more, but for the time being, yeah, let's go ahead and do just a little bit more of the elite tier. We'll just go ahead and get all of these switched over, and that way we can get power a little bit better through all this. So that'll work for now. And what we can do now is upgrade the energizing rods to make things even better. So the energizing rods, we are going to get a spirited one. We need a dielectric casing. We're going to need like 4 of these. And put that there. Right, we need to make the spirited capacitors, 2 of these. What goes in the center? A basic capacitor. Alright, so let's try to make this capacitor. We need a large capacitor. And then we should be able to make the spirited capacitor. Perfect. And then we can make this spirited energy rod, energizing rod, and we put that there. It can hold 4 million, and it will transfer things a lot faster. And then I get to make a bunch more of these. So it's a little bit better. Obviously, we only have one. I could always make more. And I could always teach the system how to make more of the capacitors. Eventually we will, but for right now, it's not that big of a deal. So, after that, we'll have all of the blocks of blazing crystals. So we have that. We have that. We could also upgrade our thermo generator. This generates about 2,000. It's going to generate more because it gets 280%. So that's a lot of power if we need it. And this is going to drain all the power because this is collecting everything. And all things considered, it's not a bad thing, but it is going to kind of hinder things for a little bit. Slow up processing. So obviously I'm going to step away while I wait for the stuff. Now the block of nitro crystals, we're going to need 4 of these. So we need 4 recipes worth of nitro crystals. So we're going to need 4 blocks of redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a bunch of blazing crystals. We have 40. That is not right, unless I'm miscounting something. So yeah, if we need 4 of those, we're going to need 4 nether stars. And we're going to need 36 of these. So miscounted by 4, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if I was planning on making another. No, because those are just hardened. Not sure. But anyways, before we can do too much more, I need to make the rest of these into the spirited crystals, and then we will get a spirited generator. So that is not too bad. We're going to need 2 more large capacitors, and I'll get everything that we need for all this. We're running low on iron still. But yeah, I will get everything together so we can make the other spirited. Energizing rod, I'll just go ahead and put that in, and we'll get everything to make the spirited generator and the 4 niotic, not niotic, the nitro crystals once I come back. So I'll be back once I have all of these emeralds done and are ready to upgrade this guy and get our first nitro crystals. Alright, so I have both energized rods upgraded to spirited, and we're pretty good to kind of continue. Now, I believe I had the extra blazing crystals. If I wanted to make another block to get these guys up to nitro, it requires 8 each, so I think we'd need 2, but we're not going to worry about that for right now. So the first thing I want to do is I want to upgrade this guy. So I should have everything together to make the next tier of thermo generators, other than it looks like we need the thermo plates. So we need some capacitors, and I think those are the basic ones. And yeah, so that is not too difficult. We just need to grab the actual thing. I want to sleep real quick. And then we'll be able to upgrade to get even more power coming in. And yeah, this is already generating 2,500. If we upgrade this, because the blazing crystal does give it a little bit of an extra boost, if we upgrade this, it's supposed to do 900. This is supposed to do 2,000. So 5,600 FE per tick. Not too bad. Now, this is going to be very expensive to make, but we need to get the nitro crystals now. And that is a block of redstone, a block of blazing crystal, and a nether star. And these 2 should kick on and start working on it. It's going to take a while to complete that. Now, I guess in the meantime, let's go ahead and talk about what we want at the mining dimension. So one thing, we definitely need iron. Iron is such a problem right now. We have all of about half a stack. I need a lot of iron, and the bees just aren't cutting it right now, so hopefully, and I think the main reason for that is there's too many bees. Something I might go around and do is pick up some of the bees. Oh, no. There's a worse problem. We don't have shears. Let's go grab some shears. Do I have any lying around? Yes, I do. And let's make sure we have shears in these guys. So hopefully, that'll work. And that one's okay. I don't think there's as many bees that go into that one, so it's not as big of a deal. So we can go ahead and I think it's this one. I don't know why all the bees went to one of the honeycombs, but whatever. So that should help. We should start getting more iron combs here soon. And then we'll go from there. This is about a fourth of the way done. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but yeah, we're getting crystals. Do we get any iron? Not yet. But it looks like gold and diamond are coming in. So that was probably what was filling up the honeycomb, the beehive. So yeah, I want to get some ores, specifically iron, but I mostly want an area that we can kind of work in. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our quest book and see if we can't get some stuff done while we're kind of waiting around. So gas upgrade, anchor upgrade, and filter upgrade. Let's see if we can't make those while we're waiting. So let's see, we have that now. And let's just go ahead and look at upgrades. So speed, energy, filter. Now I don't know what filter. Okay, this separates heavy water from regular water. Something that we're probably not going to get into. I don't know if we're going to need to. No, I don't think so. We could go ahead and make Enriched Carbon. Let's get one of those. So that should be really easy and simple. And this is another way to make steel. But we get steel from bees. And then we just need to grab a steel ingot. This is more telling you how to do it than anything. But you can get better steel by using these Enriched Carbon. And what you can do with it is you can use the Enriched Carbon with iron to get enriched iron, and this turns into steel dust if you do it again. So it's a little bit, it's a lot faster, but it is a little bit more steps. That is halfway done. All right, so let's see some of this stuff. I don't know how bad it's going to be to make some of this. That is actually pretty easy. The digital miner is usually a task, but logistical sorters, we've made a bunch of those. The robots are not too bad. None of this is too terribly bad rather, but it's stuff that we're not going to get into quite yet. So let's go ahead and get the upgrade. So the filter upgrade we're never going to probably use, but it is something we could use. We're going to need some iron, so 1, 2, probably about 5. And we're going to need some tin crushed up. Combiner, crusher. So, yeah, the filter to turn water, to separate heavy water from water is for a thing. You use electric pumps. If we look at Mekanism, I can kind of explain it briefly. But basically, you use these electric pumps to pump out water, and you can separate it into heavy water. And heavy water actually contains deuterium, which is used for the nuclear reactors from Mekanism. They're really advanced, they're really powerful, but not really something I think we're going to get into in this series. Other series, probably, but this one, not so much. How are we doing? We have plenty of space. Okay, so there is that quest. And I don't think any of these have rewards. So next is the gas upgrade, which does what? Increases efficiency of gas using machinery. So, okay, we just need some iron dust, which we might actually have. Nope. Okay. Worth a shot. And this is 80%. And then let's go ahead and look at the anchor. Keeps a machine chunk loaded, which is kind of nice, and that requires diamond dust. Do we happen to have that? No. So we'll go ahead and switch those out. We can get the gas upgrade. And in just a moment, we can get the diamond upgrade. Or the anchor upgrade. The chunk loading upgrade. And I've got to actually put it in my inventory for it to count. There we go. Okay. So, almost 90%. I just want to get the first one, and then we can kind of go from there. Now, we could use the first one to upgrade one of these guys. Oh. No. Alright, I will tell you guys what. I am going to get all these guys going. It's going to take a while. We have plenty of power. That's not an issue. But it's just going to take some time. I could go ahead and make one of these. It requires a little bit. I could make more nitro crystals. But I think for now we're not going to. We're going to have 4 extra. I might go ahead and make one. Just to do it. And then I'll go ahead and get the stuff together for an extra one. And we'll come back once I have the first set. And then I will make the rest of them and cry. Because it's going to take forever. But, yeah, we'll get this stuff going and come back once we're ready. So, a little bit later, and I did a couple other things. I went around and made sure a bunch of the beehives have shears. Hopefully when we switch over to apiaries, which is something I'd like to do soon-ish, we won't have that problem anymore. But we have our first nitro crystals, and that means it's time to upgrade one of these guys. That is 4 million FE gone down the drain, and that is kind of awful. But let's go ahead and get 2 nitro crystals, nitro capacitors rather, and with that we should be able to make our first energizing rod. That is the nitro level, and it can store 10 million, and it can transfer over twice as fast as these guys, so not too bad. It's going to drain our energy cube, which is almost full. Wow. We just need to get more nitro crystals. Now, before when I was doing these blaze rods, it was pretty quick. Let's see how quick it is. It's slightly quicker. But yeah, that's not too bad. It's pretty easy to go ahead and upgrade these. I don't know how to automate the energizing orb. I do wonder if we can. I don't know if we were going to, because I don't know if we'll need to. With the thermo generator, we've got good power generation, but we'll kind of play it by ear. Anyways, let's go ahead and get the next set going, and I can go ahead and make this. And so yeah, that is still going to take some time. I'm going to get the last, well, 4 technically, of these done off camera. But before we go, I did notice there is a quest that we can do that would be useful. So we don't have RF tools unlocked yet. We can do that by doing a little bit of Mekanism. So we can get a machine frame by metallurgic infusing gold into a steel casing. Now I went ahead and made a steel casing. It's one of the things I did. We just need to get some gold together, and what we're gonna do is we need to grind up this stuff. Not too big of a deal there. One of these days we will upgrade all of these machines to the ultimate tier. Probably relatively soon, to be perfectly honest, because that makes sense. Kind of organize where the machines are at, and finish building things. I'm bad about that. But we need to enrich one of these. And I realized we probably could get another Metallurgic Infuser. So how bad would it be to make one? I'd need to get another thing. You know what? We're going to be using this quite a bit. So let's see. This has a little bit less than we need. I believe we need 5,000. Let's go ahead and get another infuser. Because we're going to need to make probably a few of these machines to make all the stuff that we'll need. Not too difficult, but alright, we can probably turn that off. And just plug that in. Apparently kill a ton of creepers. And we really haven't got too much good stuff from this, but that is the wrong thing. Steel block, please. Okay, so what we can do is go ahead and make the Metallurgic Infuser. We just need 2 furnaces. Not a problem. And we'll just go ahead and set that up right here. And if that's the case, we can go ahead and enrich all of the gold. And we need 100 gold, which is why I had 3 of those. But that'll work. So yeah, once we have this converted over, which shouldn't take too much longer, we can go ahead and make our first machine frame from RF Tools. Now, I am curious because there is also the Creative tab that is still locked. I do wonder, also, bees, I think the only thing we need left to do is to get the apiaries and all that kind of stuff. So, not too bad. But the Creative tab, I believe, is unlocked through Ultimate Crafting Table. Alright, so we're not going to do that today. I considered it. Then I reconsidered it. But yeah, so we should be able to just go ahead and put that in there. And make our machine frame from RF Tools. And that will be a quest and a complete chapter unlocked. Perfect. So now we can do more questing another time, and I think maybe in the next episode we'll see. But yeah, we can check mark that, and we can start getting all this stuff. So there is a lot of things we can do with RF Tools, from machine infusing, builders. It doesn't look like it's going to make us do too much dimension hopping, but we can do that, presumably. And there is our first set of nitro that we're going to use for our teleporter. And we can put those in there and make our first block of nitro crystal. And so we can put that in here. And we just need 3 more. So I am going to wait on this stuff. And once we have this done, we'll make the teleporter, we'll go to the mining dimension, and we'll see what that's like. So I'll be back once we have the nitro crystals, and we can finish this episode up. Alright, so a short time later, and we have the last 3 blocks of nitro crystals, plus 6 nitro crystals left over, which I'm going to go ahead and put in there. And we can put the machine frame in there. We're not going to use that today. But yeah, we have everything we need to make, drum roll, the mining dimension teleporter, which is a quest, obviously. And now we need to go to the mining dimension. So I think what I want to do is I am going to place this right here. And I'm going to guess that we just right click it and we can go there. But I want to make sure I'm a little bit prepared. I'm going to leave a couple things behind. Specifically, actually, I'm half tempted to, we have some shulker shells, and we have plenty of wood and all that kind of fun stuff. Let's get 2 chests. One chest is going to be turned into a shulker. And the other one I'm going to place right here and put things I don't want to take with me. Let's grab some more torches. That should be easy enough. And we have almost 40,000 coal. Let's go ahead and grab like 2 stacks. And can I never right click to add. Oh well. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this other dimension once I grab some water. So I don't know what to expect for this dimension. I'm hoping a big open flat field, but we could also be put into a cave. So let's see. Looks like a cave. That is a little unfortunate. Now let's see what happens if we dig upwards. Yeah, it looks like it's a cave dimension, which is unfortunate for what I wanted, but I mean, we can always do things like, you know, clear out big areas and all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, so looks like it shows just a random cave. There is some other stuff this way. So we'll have to figure out something else to do about you know, we should probably be smart and let's just hop on top of here, and if we put map, we can add a waypoint that says teleporter. Okay, so there is obviously caves around. I have to do this. That was less exciting than I hoped, but we can vein mine and all that kind of stuff, so like it's not too terrible. Lots of cave, lots of stone, but not really seeing much of anything. So I don't see any ores. We are pretty high up. Let's just dig straight down. Vein mining, of course. We are hungry. Let's eat. We have a ton of stone now. So yeah, definitely we can have some fun. It is dark in here, but not what I was hoping for. But we can make it work. This is not a bad thing. We can dig out a nice big area and have a place to fight the Guy Guardian. That's kind of the big thing that I care about. And it looks like there is a cave like directly this way. So let's just come over here and dig out and see what we find. And the answer is not much. Okay. So yeah, there is a lot of questions in this area. I don't know if mobs spawn here or not. The biome is mining dimension. I can speak, I swear. That was a mess of words I tried to say. But basically, yeah, don't know what I was expecting for the most part, but we can work with this. And presumably there's not going to be mob spawns. It's been dark. There's presumably ores somewhere. Let's go ahead and go on down. Our pickaxe has silk touch, so we'll just have to keep an eye on it. But at some point, we should hopefully see some ores. Okay, that is enough mining, because otherwise my pickaxe will break, and that's not good. You know, there's not really many caves in here either, but yeah, we're at Y level 175, 180. That's probably not going to be super helpful, but let's go back home, and it sends us right back to the block. So Alright, so my game crashed. It was a pretty bad crash coming back from the mining dimension, and ultimately, yeah, don't know if it's gonna happen again. I might check on my own off camera to see if that is something that consistently happens. I do play on older versions of these mod packs. Pretty much when I start a playthrough, I stay on that version just because I don't want anything in my world to break. I know there is a newer version with slightly smarter bees, but it didn't seem worth it to me to change, so I didn't. But yeah, just behind the scenes kind of stuff. If there are problems, sometimes I can't fix them unless I want to potentially break my entire world. And I don't really want to do that, so we live with them. So we might not use the mining dimension all that much, but if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. I'm not too, like, worried about that. And am I gonna crash again? What is going on? Okay, no crash. I was confused. That was scary. But yeah, so there is definitely a lot of things. You know, I should probably get more netherite. Definitely a lot of things that we need to do still. And with that, I am going to end the episode off here. Now, what are we gonna do next time? I don't know. We have a bunch of nether stars, so maybe we'll start looking into our first apiaries. The apiary tier 4 holds max of 9 unique bees, and it requires a bunch of nether stars. A lot of nether stars, but we could definitely make a couple tier 1s or tier 2s. That shouldn't be probably just tier 1 at this point. And what we'll probably do is have them over here. And it's going to affect kind of everything on all of our beehives. But we'll worry about that once we get there. And kind of go from there. So the other thing we could work on is obviously we can always try to get better tools. We could do just quests. We could work towards the Gaia Guardian, the Britannia boss. Or who knows? There's just a lot of things we can do. It's just a matter of what do we want to do. So with that, I'm going to think about that. And we'll come back next time and do something. And go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!